you go from basically aspiring particle physicist from Venezuela to a full-time artist in Miami. So
I mean,
tell me
yeah.
about what's that?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, just like, tell me about that. Tell me the transformation that takes place. You know, what were the obstacles? What were the opportunities that you took? Like, what were the decisions that bring you all the way up to this point? I'm very interested to hear how that all plays out.
Yeah. So I never like in my life like thought I would be like an artist. I wasn't. I don't think that I could, and I don't think that like I should become an artist. Like this is like me growing up. Never took like any art classes. Um, I mean, I started some. I've always liked art though. Like going to museums. Like whenever I go to a new city, the first thing that I look is like if the museums like what collections they have, and because I just admire art on that level. I admire art on like different levels, but in the visual aspect of it is definitely cool going to museums. But I like when I was in Boston, for example, studying for like a midterm, I often found that just like sketching. Like I have when you study for like midterms, I have like hundreds, if not thousands, of like pages like me like with exercises with like, and it's just like going like a little like off topic. It's just like funny because I don't know if other majors are like that. Because like when my notebooks, they barely have like any words in them. It's all equations, it's all numbers, symbols and stuff, and like the 3 or 4 words.
Right.
So I have like hundreds of these pages with like equations. That's my whole college years, and then I have like a bunch of them where I used to like sketch, like like sometimes when the pages are like full of like letters and stuff, and you kind of like start seeing like patterns and like, oh, maybe like this I could make like a cool face here and stuff. So I did that quite often, and then I don't know. I just like started to like seeing like reference images and being like, oh, that looks like a cool, I don't know, like anime. I could maybe like do it on this piece of paper too. And then they came out like better and better and better. And then like once I had a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend now, obviously, that that I really wanted to like surprise with like something nice for his birthday. So I did like this whole box with like frogs and zebras and stuff, and it came out super well. So my friends like suggested that like maybe I should like start sketching more. So I started doing that, and then I put like my stuff up in like some gallery, some like collective art gallery in Cambridge, like right by MIT. And like I saw like a couple pieces like off the bat. I didn't even like know what to like price them for. Like this lady, like literally like the first day I had like an astronaut like that I had done on like a piece of paper, and she was like, "How much are you selling that for?" And I was like, I don't know. She's like, how, well, you gotta, I really want it. I was like, I don't know, like 20 bucks. So she wrote me like a check for like 20 bucks. She's like, okay, I'll take it. So that was like my first piece that like I ever like sold. Um, and yeah, and that was like really inspiring that day. Everyone was like super surprised. They're like, whoa, she sold like an original for 20 bucks. That's crazy. I had like no idea. I was like, I don't know, guys. Like I made this like in 20 minutes. That seems like fair. Now, I mean, I know like a lot more that I did back then. But yeah, kind of like one thing to another. Well, after that whole thing happened, I kind of like left it for like a whole year. I had like a crazy year, kind of like traveling like around the country and stuff. And then after that, I was like, okay, it's kind of like time to like get grounded, kind of like get your shit together and like start doing something. So I started taking classes at FIU, the grad school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and to pay for that, I started doing like art and like selling. Like my first painting, they were like all like small, like 16 by 20s. So I was like selling a bunch of those to pay for FIU and like my living expenses and stuff. So at some point, I realized that like I was studying a lot of paintings, and like I found myself wanting to paint more and more and more. Um, and I was having like more fun with that than like FIU. The whole grad school thing, I mean, not the whole of it, but like it was like really tough. So I just like shifted to art